everybody, and welcome back to another One Everything Wednesdays. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back with the finale. The finale of MOZ Magic. That's right. Here we are, the last two tournament packs. This is everything Mo has had in stock. Holy moly, how many episodes has it been? 18? I think we're on episode 18. My goodness. 18 episodes. Okay? 10 to 11 packs per episode, and then 2 kits per episode. So we got 10 videos from MOZ with booster packs, and then 8 videos with tournament kits. And man, we hit some value. If you are just tuning in now, you need to go back and watch some of those other videos because we hit some spicy meatballs. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the reason it matters that we hit spicy hits is because those cards all go into the patron pile. And the patron pile is a pile of cards that I have set aside that is just full of all of the good stuff that we hit out of the One of Everything Wednesday series. It goes into that pile and the patrons get those cards. Every patron gets one of them every month, as long as you're at one of my magic tiers or higher. So I think the first tier is like the $8 grab bag tier. I think that's all full up now. That's the early bird access. The $10 grab bag is the normal tier. $8 was like an early bird, like you get in if you're an early adopter to the thing, then you get $2 off essentially. That's how it works. $10 grab bags for everybody else. But you can still get in on the early access double up tiers, which I think is like I just doubled the price, so $16 for 2 grab bags, which is just double 8. Right? Or 20 if that fills up. So on and so forth. And then there's, of course, that's for Canada and the US, and then there's the international ones, which are a little bit more expensive just because shipping is more expensive to go overseas. Anyway, enough about me and my Patreon. Let's talk about Mo and his store. Mo is a phenomenal human being and has also given me one of these to give away to my patrons. But I figured, you know what? Not just my patrons watch these videos. So what I want to do is leave a comment below on this video telling me what you have loved most about MOZ series. What was your favorite pull that you saw? What was the best card that we pulled? What are you most excited about seeing coming up? You know, like, what did you like about the series with Mo? And is there anything that you would like to see me do with Mo in the future? Let me know. Leave a comment below. And make sure you leave a shout out to Mo as well. Okay? And then what we'll do is next week, I will pull a random comment to receive one of the cards out of this pack. Okay? The other 3 cards from this pack will all go to patrons, because Mo said to give them out to patrons. But I'm going to give 1 card from this pack out to a random comment on this video. 1 card. You're only going to get 1. But it's going to be randomized. So I'm going to open up the pack. And I'm not even going to look at what the cards are. I'm just going to basically shuffle them up so that I don't know what order they're in. And then we'll pull the winners and we'll just draw the card off the top. And that's what you get. Okay? So that's how I'm going to do it. So leave a comment below if you want your chance to win one of those. And if you don't, then, you know. Or if you want to double up and you're a patron, leave a comment. And then you're also a patron and you could win twice. Right? How about that? Look at that. And if you want to become a patron and have a chance to win twice, now's the time. Mo also gave me a regular pack as well. This is the premium one, so it's foil, right? But he also gave me a regular pack, and I'm going to give those cards away to patrons as well. So that's going to happen as well. So if you want to double up your chances and get in on the other pack as well, then there's that as well. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you to Mo for being awesome and giving me stuff to give out to my patrons. I really appreciate it. You have been a phenomenal addition to the One of Everything series, and I really appreciate you, and I look forward to us doing more business in the future. Mo and I have been talking about doing some ideas about doing some other things, so that might happen in the new year. Once I can repurpose some funds and things like that to be able to do a little bit more of the expensive openings, which is what I'm looking forward to as well. So let's get right into it and get into Ice Age first. Ice Age has a bunch of stuff in it that we care about. And there are a bunch of commons, actually, that are over $1. So let's see if we can find... Is there... So this one doesn't actually have, like, the tab to pull on this. So you have to just basically grab it at the edge here and hope that this thing pulls and that it pulls properly all the way around. See, like even this, it's already like not really working. And this is what the problem with these was, is that they don't really necessarily always work. All right, we managed to get it. There it is. Boom. Got there. And then the top should just pop right off, which there it is. And then that should pull off. There it is. And of course we've got an inner seal here, so that's good news. Let's put the box off to the side over here. Hey, and the inner seal has a thing. And look, this one has the thing though. Look, see? It's got a little... Like you can see, this is where the seam is, right? We had to pull at the seam before. But it's actually got the little piece of... I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's got... Yeah, okay, there it is. Let me back it up a little. You can see this. It's got this little piece here that pulls up, see? And then it just pulls. And that's nowhere near where the seam was. The seam is up here still, see? And this is here. Alright? But it just pulls, and it just pulls all the way around like this. And then you gotta kind of tear it at the end, because it's got so much overlap. But there it is. And of course we got our lands on front there. I have no idea what the order of these cards are. And they don't have rarities and stuff, so there is that, right? So we've got, of course, our booklet, which is a little sweet little booklet. If those of you who missed it, my patron Rick Corwin sent me a package with a whole bunch of booklets from various sets. And a few of my patrons and stuff and people watching have asked like how they could get their hands on some of these booklets because they're really cool. Well, Rick sent me a whole bunch, so now I have a bunch to give away, which is awesome. So thank you, Rick, for that. So look forward to those. The giveaways for those are coming up. I don't know how I'm going to give them away yet, but I will be giving them away. We'll figure it out. So are there cards on the back of these lands? That's the question. It doesn't look like it. These are all just lands. So look at this. There you go. These are the lands. Absolutely just gorgeous. Some of these are absolutely gorgeous. Others are like, you know, like this is an iconic swamp for me. I remember playing with this swamp a ton when I was younger. Right, the Easter Island with the snow on it. Now, to note, oh, so there you go. Like, look, okay, so snow-covered swamp, right? The snow-covered lands are actually something we need to pull out, aren't they? I feel like they are. Snow-covered island. Snow-covered mountain, right? We have to actually pull these out, don't we? There you go. We got 3. We got 3 snow-covered lands. Let's scan them, and by that I mean let me put this scanner on here. The prices, there they are, and let's just take a look here. Snow-covered mountain, $1.77. So there you go. Snow-covered island, $3.47. Whew. Snow-covered swamp, probably not so much. $1.60. There you go. So there you go, some nice lands to add to the patron pile already. Now again, here, I honestly have no idea where my rares are, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scan the first card without showing the next card and see whether it comes up as a rare or not. Because if it comes up as a rare, it does. Okay, so Naked Singularity is our first rare, which means I assume the next card is our other rare. And then if I'm not mistaken, I believe Ice Age only had 2 rares in it. Let me just see. MTG Tournament Decks. You can tell I was very prepared for this. Let's just see here. No, not that. MTG Tournament Packs. Let's call it packs. Here we go. Tournament pack. Yeah, okay, so Ice Age... Oh, Ice Age did have 3 rares. Okay, 3 rares. And then, now, uncommons? Are they in this order? Let's see. Are you an uncommon? You are an uncommon. Okay, so we've got 9 uncommons. So that's our first uncommon, is Maddening Wind. So then we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those should all be uncommons. Let's scan the last one just to make sure it is an uncommon. It is indeed. Okay, so 14 cents for Acume's Weathervane. So now that means that all of these are our commons. Okay? So that's pretty cool. So let's just take a little quick peek here. What is in the common section that we want to see? We want to see Mystic Remora, Pyroblast, Findhorn Elves, Counterspell, or Hydroblast. Okay. So we've got Stone Hands. That's not really it. Chub Toad. Look at that. Look at that friggin' toad. Stupid Chub Toad. Wild Growth. Wild Growth's a great card, by the way. Enchantment that enchants your land for 1. It's not really pricey, but it's a great card. Kavokian Sorcerer. Soulburn. Illusionary Wall. 7/4 flying first strike wall. Cumulative upkeep of a blue, though. That's not so great. Howl from Beyond. That's a fun card. Earthlore. Goblin Ski Patrol. Who likes Goblin Ski Patrol? I know that MTG Unpacked will like that, so I'll put that off to the side. There you go, MTG Unpacked. We're going to put away a Goblin Ski Patrol for you. Prismatic Ward. Mountain Goat. Portent. I remember this card. It's a fun card. Circle of Protection White. Ah, yes, the Circle of Protections. We're getting back into that time frame. Blessed Wine. Tarpan. Imposing Visage. Rally. Legion of Limdul. Errant Minion. Heal. Just 1 mana. Heal. Power Sync. See? That Power Syncs. I love Power Sync. It's one of my favorite counterspells. Not that I'm a huge counterspell fan, but I do enjoy Power Sync. Flare. Infuse. And Panic. There you go, last common. So we didn't hit any of the commons we wanted to see, which was Mystic Remora, Pyroblast, Finhorn Elves, Counterspell, or Hydroblast. We didn't see any of those. But we can see some uncommons. There are quite a few uncommons as well. We got Dance of the Dead, Demonic Constellation, Glacial Chasm, Nature's Lore, Fire Covenant, Jeweled Amulet, Swords to Plowshares, Zurin Orb, Urza's Bauble, Icequake. Avalanche? Not so much. But, like, look at the art on that card. It's pretty ridiculous. It's like a knight wearing, like, a dead tiger on his, as a, like, coat, or, like, a cloak, I should say. And just getting, like, pummeled by a giant pile of snow. Silver Erin, or Ernie? Silver Ernie? Wow. Flying Trample 2/2 for 4. This just goes back to show you guys how powerful Magic was back in the day. A 4 mana 2/2 flyer. But it had flying and trample. So, you know. Sacred Boon. Conquer. Necree Talisman. None of these so far have shown up on my list here. Glacial Chasm. Hey, that's an uncommon worth money, right? Cumulative upkeep 2 life. When Glacial Chasm comes into play, sacrifice a land. You cannot attack. All damage dealt to you is reduced to 0. This is the one that you play with. It's like, you know, lands coming into the battlefield don't trigger activated abilities or whatever it is. And there's something like that. There you go. $3 for that one. So there you go. Nice little uncommon there. Baton of Morale. And that's our last uncommon. 2 mana. Target creature gains banding until end of turn. My goodness. All right. So not too bad. We hit one. We hit one of the top 3 uncommons from the set. Sweet. And we hit 3 snow-covered lands. We've got our rares still. Don't forget our rares. And in the rare slot, there's only one that's like super high priced, and that's Necropotence. So I mean, like, let's just should I just scan it off camera? No, I'm not gonna do that. Let's flip it. We got a Vexing Arcanix, and we'll just scan it because I mean, these scanning it always makes more sense, right? Naked Singularity was our other rare, and last but not least, Game of Chaos, which actually sounds like a pretty funny card. Hey, look at that. It's worth $2.85, so it'll go into the patron pile. This has a lot of text on it, and it might be hard for you to read it on this camera, so I'll just read it out loud to you. So for 3 mana, play a sorcery, and by that I mean 3 red. Flip a coin. Target opponent calls heads or tails, while coin is in the air. If the flip ends up in your favor, you gain 1 life, and that opponent loses 1 life. Otherwise, you lose 1 life and the opponent gains 1 life. Effects that prevent or redirect damage cannot be used to counter this loss of life. The winner of each round decides whether to continue. Double the stakes in life each round. Wow, that sounds absolutely ridiculous and hilarious and I want to see someone play it in a deck. And I'm sure it's in, I believe there's like a commander deck that does coin flips, so that would be hilarious for that deck. So there you go. Not bad. Some stuff here to add to the pile. Those are our uncommons. Those are our commons. Let me put them off to the side here. I'm just going to put them right on top of the lands because they're going to go right back into the box for Ice Age. And let's move on to 4th edition. Right? These are our cards worth money. So let me just put this stuff over to the side here so that I know what's... This is our patron pile stuff. These 2 piles. This is our extra stuff. That's like, these are our rares that came out of Ice Age that are not really worth anything. And that's our Goblin Ski Patrol, which is going to go off to MTG Unpacked. Because he loves goblins. And I love enticing him to say, goblins! You know, it's just part of our dynamic, right? I don't know if it's actually part of our dynamic. Let's see. Do you actually open? Let's... Oh, maybe. Haha! Look at that. Boom. You know, sometimes it just takes a little bit of skill. I have no skill, just so we're clear. So this is 4th edition. 4th edition doesn't really have a lot of commons, per se, that are noteworthy. Per se. I believe there's one. And we all know what it is. And by that I mean, you all know what it is. And I'll tell you, but you already know what it is. You just haven't heard me say it yet. And of course, I'm talking about Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt is the only common of note out of 4th edition. So this is interesting. See, now there's a bigger stack of cards in front of the booklet, which leads me to believe that the uncommons and the rares are on this side this time, which is quite possible. So let me just take a quick peek here. Those are not lands. That is also not a land. Not a land, not a land. There's a land. Okay. All right, so this is our lands. There's our, look at these sweet white border lands, right? Look at that. This takes me back too. I have so many of these plains and swamps. I actually just have a ton of these lands because I played a whole bunch during this time frame, and these lands were just like, they were just giving them away because nobody wanted the white border lands. So they were just like, here, take them. Just take them. Right? Because they're not revised lands. They're 4th edition lands. Even though they look very close to revised, they're not. They're 4th edition. So, that leads me to believe that these are the uncommons. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, 9 and 3. So that leads me to believe that these are the rares, and these are the uncommons. If I scan, I'm going to scan the last one. So this was the one that was against those cards. If this is an uncommon, I'm going to assume those are the rares. Are you an uncommon? You are indeed. Conservator? Conservator? Uncommon. Okay. There's our booklet. Look at that sweet 4th edition booklet. Pack fresh booklet right there. Now let's see if the same thing applies into this book. So, the glossary, which I believe is back here, it's not the same. So, Greg, Mr. Greg Lockton, mentioned to me in a comment last week, that I should go and look up Ornithopter in the 5th edition booklet, and I did. And it was a recursive loop that they put into the glossary, which said, I think Ornithopter led you to look at Fallen Angel. It said see Fallen Angel, so you go look at Fallen Angel in the glossary, and it says go and look at recursive looping or something like that. And you're like, what? And you go and look at recursive looping, and it says go look at Ornithopter. And I'm like, you... Dang it, I fell for it. Alright, so these are commons for sure, right? I'm pretty sure these are the commons. Let's just see. It's not going to scan Terror because it's too dark. Let's scan Twiddle instead. How about Twiddle? Twiddle is indeed a 4th edition common. So we got Twiddle, Terror, War Mammoth, Circle of Protection Black, Stone Rain, good old Stone Rain. Who doesn't like Stone Rain, right? Land Leeches, this is a fun card. 2/2 first striker for 3. There it is. Samite Healer. Giant Strength. Merc Dwellers. Flood. Yeah, tap target creature without flying, alright. Vanellish Hero. Mon's Goblin Raiders is another goblin. Another goblin for you. MTG Unpacked. Take that. Raiders, reprint from Arabian Nights. Flight. Naf's Asp. Shatter. Destroy an artifact. Vampire Bats. Drain Life. Good card. Drain Life's a fun card. Jump. Good old Jump. 1 mana instant that gives it flying. Blue Elemental Blast. There you go. Not quite red Elemental Blast. That's the other common that's like, you know, it's only 25 cents, but still. Marsh Vipers. Original poison counters. Look at that. Look at those bad boys right there. If Marsh Vipers damages a player, he or she gets 2 poison counters. If a player has 10 or more poison counters, they lose the game. Look at that. Grizzly Bears. Dub Bears. We got Circle Protection White, Circle Protection Blue, Disintegrate. Oh, snap. Look at that. There it is. That pack fresh. Chris Rush. 4th edition Lightning Bolt. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. See, now that says it's revised, but it's not actually revised. I will, in fact, change it. It's not revised. 'Tis not revised. It is, in fact, 4th edition, which is this one. And that puts it at $2.58, which is pretty good. It's good enough to go into the patron pile, let me tell you. Good enough to go into the patron pile. Okay, there's our commons. So then our uncommons are here. In the uncommons, we have a few that we could see. Mainly, of course, the one we're looking for is Strip Mine, right? Strip Mine's the big one. But there are a whole bunch of other ones that are over $1. We got the Rack. The Rack is an uncommon over $1. Check it out. Want to see? Look at that. $1.87 right there. Boom. Got there. Iron Star. Not over $1. Visions. Not so much. Osai Vultures. Man, some of these cards take me way back. Mind Bomb. The art on this card is amazing. I love this. Look at that. It's a brain in a bomb case. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Ivory Cup. That's a good one. Oh, Conversion. All mountains become basic plains. Just an enchantment. It's like the anti-Blood Moon. Oh yeah, Blood Moon, all basic lands are mountains? Or all non-basic lands are mountains, or whatever it is? Well, now all your mountains are plains. Take that. No red sources for you. Ooh, we got an Earth Elemental. Look at that big boy. 5/4. A 5/4 for 5. Opposite of the new elementals that you see coming out, the fire elementals that are 5/4s for 5. So there you go. Alright, so we hit one of the uncommons. We didn't hit the Strip Mine, unfortunately, but that's okay. That's okay. In the rare slot, there's a bunch of rares, actually, in this set that are worth some money, but we're just gonna flip this over and see what we find. And we're back. Technical difficulties, sorry about that. Here we go. We've got a blessing here. Alright. Ooh, a blue mana battery. I don't know if that's worth anything, but it's a cool card. So blessing, not so much. It's only worth 26 cents. Only worth 26 cents. It's an interesting card, though. It's an enchant creature for 2, and then you pay a white, and it gives it +1/+1 until end of turn. It doesn't say you can only do it. Blue mana battery. The mana batteries were really fun. I enjoyed playing with them. And we got El Hajjaj. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Wait. Can you scan this? Come on. Tell me you're scanning this. Come out. Come out. Why you gotta be like this? Scan all the other cards. Don't scan this one. You literally scanned everything else just fine. Alright, it doesn't like blue mana battery. Whatever. El Hajjaj. 24 cents from revised. Well, that's the wrong set. So let's just add a card manually here and say blue. Is it? Yeah, it's 2 words, right? Mana. Blue mana battery. That one. Boom. What was that come in at? 28 cents. So our rares were kind of lackluster out of 4th edition, unfortunately. The heaviest hitter out of 4th edition is, of course, Sylvan Library. Then, of course, you got Mana Vault. Then you got Land Tax, which are all over $20. Then, of course, you got Birds of Paradise, Winter Orb, Wrath of God, Winds of Change, Meekstone, Lord of Atlantis, Stasis, Howling Mind, Mind Twist, and the list goes on. You know, not super exciting this week, but at the same time, we got a decent number of things to add to the patron pile. We ended up with 2 things from Ice Age, 2 things from 4th edition, and then some snow-covered lands to sprinkle in amongst other things. So, there you go. And that's it for Mo. Don't forget to leave your comment below letting me know you know, what you'd like to see me and Mo work on next. We definitely want to work together some more. So if there's anything else you would like to see, one of the things I talked about doing with Mo is like opening up a bunch of these tournament packs, been going over what the order of the cards is in the pack. It seems like with Ice Age, the book was between the lands and the rares, and then you had the 3 rares, and then the 9 uncommons, and then the commons that were up against the book. And then 4th edition was different. It had the uncommons and the rares against the book, and the rares up against the lands, and then the other side of the book was all the commons. So, see, they changed it up a whole bunch, or maybe they changed it depending on which place it was, you know, like, but you can basically say, like, if there was ever an inner seal, then you know it was made at this specific manufacturing place, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm thinking about doing a series like that where we talk about that stuff. Also, maybe I'm just going to do a series with Mo where him and I just sit and shoot the shit for like 20 minutes about what it's like to run a game store and, you know, the ups and downs that he's seen over the years, because he's been in the business for 25 years. He's got so much knowledge there. So, Mo, if you're willing to share that stuff with us, I would love to sit down and talk to you for 25 to 30 minutes about the ups and downs of owning a store over the last 25 years, the things you've seen that have been good and the things that you've seen that have been bad. I would love to know that information, and I'm sure some of my viewers would as well. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I've been your host, MrBevers. This has been One of Everything Wednesdays, MOZ Magic. MOZ Magic. We're all done. New store coming next week. Stay tuned for that. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.